Internally, all must change, yet our external appearance ought to blend with the masses. Those who can provoke your anger hold power over you. The primary principle is to maintain a serene disposition. The second is to confront reality directly and recognize things for what they truly are. As you greet the morning, reflect on the incredible gift it is to be alive, to ponder, to savor, and to cherish love. Your control lies within your thoughts, not in the circumstances around you. Recognize this, and you shall discover your inner strength. He endures more than is required, who endures before it is required. Stand resolute like the cliff that endures the relentless assault of the waves, unwavering and mastering the tempestuous waters that surround it. Nature has bestowed upon humanity a single tongue and a pair of ears, allowing us to absorb the words of others twice as much as we express our own. Individuals are careful in protecting their possessions, yet when it comes to wasting time, they are incredibly reckless with something that truly deserves their restraint. Start living immediately and regard each individual day as an entirely new existence. To truly break free from the burdens that weigh you down, it's not about changing your surroundings. It's about transforming who you are at your core. It is only when we start to live without certain things that we come to understand just how superfluous many of them truly are. We utilize them not out of necessity, but simply because they were available to us. If a man is unaware of his destination, no breeze will be of help. We tend to cherish our own selves above others, yet we often place greater weight on their opinions than on our own feelings. Keep this rule in mind for the future. When faced with temptation to harbor bitterness, recognize that it is not misfortune itself, but rather the ability to endure it with grace that constitutes true fortune. A man achieves mastery over the world by first mastering himself. Cease the endless debate over the qualities of a good man. Your thoughts shape the essence of your mind's quality. When something feels wrong, refrain from proceeding. If it isn't true, refrain from saying it. What truly matters is not the events that unfold in your life, but rather your response to them. All that reaches our ears is merely a perspective, not an absolute truth. All that we observe is merely a viewpoint, rather than an absolute reality. Fortune arises at the intersection of readiness and chance. It is not the individual who possesses little, but rather the one who yearns for more, that embodies true poverty. Understanding oneself is the foundation of all knowledge. Challenges reveal the true nature of individuals. To exist in all places is to truly exist in none. Death casts its gaze upon us all. All we can do is return the smile. The greater our attachment to external factors, the more we diminish our own sense of agency. Only change remains eternal. The value of an individual is determined by the significance of what they hold dear. To enhance your skills, embrace the perception of being foolish and uninformed. Uncontrolled anger often inflicts greater harm upon us than the offense that ignites it. Wisdom is never a product of mere happenstance. Those who possess courage find liberation. Dismiss your feelings of hurt, and the hurt itself vanishes. Those who embrace the journey are guided by destiny, while those who hesitate are pulled along. Our actions today resonate through time everlasting. As we linger in anticipation, life continues to unfold around us. Those who diligently refine their existence daily find themselves abundant in time. It's time to acknowledge that within you lies a force more potent and wondrous than the external influences that manipulate your every move. True wealth lies not in the abundance of possessions, but in the simplicity of desires. Remain mostly quiet, or when you do speak, limit your words to what is essential. All cruelty arises from a place of vulnerability. The path to greatness is often fraught with challenges. Approach each moment of your existence as if it were the final chapter of your story. Anything that is possible at any moment may very well occur today. Avoid elaborating on your beliefs. Embrace it fully. Just because something appears challenging to you, do not assume it is unattainable for others. True freedom is achieved not through the satisfaction of human cravings, but rather through the liberation from those very cravings. The man is not defined by his circumstances. They merely unveil him to his own essence. One should not dread death, but rather the thought of never truly embracing life. Surround yourself exclusively with those who elevate your spirit, whose mere presence inspires you to shine your brightest. Human existence is intertwined with one another. Thus, we must either impart knowledge or cultivate patience with one another. It has the potential to devastate your existence solely if it tarnishes your integrity. Otherwise, it poses no threat to you, neither within nor without. The joy of your existence is determined by the caliber of your reflections. To truly excel in reading and writing, one must have a guiding expert. Even more so, life. Life is fleeting and filled with anxiety for those who disregard the past, overlook the present, and dread the future. Exercise patience towards others while holding yourself to high standards. Your time is limited. Let them sweep aside the barriers of your spirit, inviting the sunlight to pour in. Should you fail to act, the sun will inevitably dip below the horizon. The finest form of retribution is to rise above the one who caused the harm. At times, merely existing requires a remarkable bravery. It's not so much that our time is limited, but rather that we squander a significant portion of it. Everything that occurs unfolds exactly as it is meant to. Observe closely, and you will discover this to be true. Our existence is shaped by the nature of our thoughts. What greater weight do the repercussions of anger carry compared to its origins? Those who dread death will never engage in actions deserving of a true living being. We exist solely in the present moment. All that remains is either behind us or shrouded in mystery. Advancement is not a matter of chance or coincidence. It is the result of consistent self-improvement each day. At banquets, bear in mind that you host two guests, the body and the soul. What you provide for the body is soon expelled, yet what you offer to the soul remains with you forever. No individual possesses the ability to attain all their desires, yet they hold the capacity to refrain from yearning for what eludes them, and to joyfully utilize what is already within their grasp. If what you hold feels inadequate, then even if you own the universe, you will still find yourself in despair. The one who possesses mastery over oneself is the most formidable of all. Challenges fortify the intellect, just as toil does the physique. Life unfolds much like a story. It's not the length that counts, but the quality that truly matters. When life is embraced fully, it stretches out to offer ample time. The most effective response to anger is silence, a form of restraint. Yet nature imposes boundaries on this, just as it does on consumption and indulgence. In no place can one discover a more serene or undisturbed refuge than within the depths of one's own spirit. The one who has wronged you was either more powerful or less so than you. If he is weaker, show him mercy. If you are stronger, then save yourself. The obstacle to movement propels movement forward. What obstructs the path ultimately becomes the path itself. To desire wellness is an essential step toward achieving it. Accept with humility, let go with ease. Nothing remarkable comes into being all at once, just as a cluster of grapes or a fig does not appear in an instant. Should you express a yearning for a fig, I would respond that patience is required. Allow it to first bloom, then produce, and finally mature. Our minds conjure up more suffering than we actually experience in life. No one can evade the path that fate has laid out for them. The subsequent question is how he might most effectively spend the time that remains to him. In uncertainty, embrace the present moment. Each fresh start emerges from the conclusion of another chapter. Life is fleeting and filled with anxiety for those who disregard the past, overlook the present, and dread the future. Our pain does not stem from the occurrences in our lives, but rather from the way we perceive and judge them. Our control lies not in the events themselves, but in our attitude toward them. Nothing possesses an inherent quality of calamity. Death holds a dreadful weight only when we allow ourselves to fear it. If ill be spoken of you, and if it holds truth, amend your ways. If it's a falsehood, find humor in it. Align yourself with what transcends the ordinary, irrespective of the opinions or actions of others. Stay steadfast in your genuine dreams, regardless of the circumstances surrounding you. Limit your focus to the here and now. True freedom is found in the mastery of oneself. A minimal amount is required to cultivate a joyful existence. Everything lies within you and the manner in which you perceive the world. To dwell in harmony with nature is to embrace a life of abundance. To live by mere thoughts alone is to forfeit the path to wealth. Master the art of remaining unaffected by what holds no significance. The most profound gifts of humanity reside within us and are attainable. A sage finds satisfaction in his circumstances, regardless of their nature, without yearning for what lies beyond his reach. Human beings are less troubled by actual issues than by the fears and worries they conjure up regarding those issues. Narrow-minded individuals tend to cast blame on others. Ordinary individuals tend to hold themselves accountable. The discerning perceive all blame as folly. Honor the history. Embrace what lies ahead. Life is not inherently brief. Rather, we are the ones who shorten it. We possess enough, yet we squander our resources carelessly. Maintain your composure and tranquility, no matter the challenges life presents.